Hello, all my dear student friends. Welcome to this session. Let us study the central air conditioning system. So, what is this central air conditioning system? Air conditioning is classified as a unitary air conditioning system or central air conditioning system. So, for air conditioning of one single room or a few rooms separately, we are using the central as unitary air conditioning system. But when we are going to air condition a large number of rooms simultaneously, or whenever the cooling load is above 25 ton, or the requirement of conditioned air is more than 2500 cubic meter, in that case we can go for central air conditioning system. In that case, central air conditioning system is affordable. In that case, we can use a single vapor compression system. We can cool the air and we can supply this cooled or the conditioned air through duct network to all the various rooms. Okay, or we can cool the water, and this chilled water can be supplied to each and every room, and the air can come in contact with this chilled water in each and every room, and then this air can be cooled and conditioned in each and every room. So there are two types of central air conditioning system. One is the chilled water type central air conditioning system. So in this system, we are not cooling the air directly with the vapor compression system. We are cooling the water, and this water gets chilled. Then this water is circulated, and it is passing uh, through each and every room, and each and every room, the air in each and every room comes in contact with this coil of the chilled water, the coil through which chilled water is passing. Now when this air comes in contact with this chilled water coil, it gets cooled, and in this way the cold air or the conditioned air is supplied to each and every room. But in case of the direct expansion type, DX or direct expansion type central air conditioning system, directly we are cooling the air itself is cooled directly, right? And this cooled and the conditioned air is supplied to each and every room through appropriate network. Now let us study the direct expansion type central air conditioning system with the help of some figure, right? So in central air conditioning system, we are having three parts. One is the plant room. So here you can see this is the plant room. Then the air conditioned room. So actually there are a number of air conditioned rooms. Here in this figure only one room is shown because the conditioned air is supplied to several rooms. Okay, and for sample purpose, for study purpose, only one room is shown. So that is the air conditioned room. Okay, and this remaining portion is nothing but the air handling room. Okay, so here the air is handled. Okay, now what is the plant room? Plant room consists of the vapor compression system components like the compressor. Compressor is present in the plant room. Then the condenser is also present in the plant room. This condenser is generally the water cooled condenser, right? Now if we don't have continuous source of water, then we have to circulate the water. Same water is recirculated. So for that purpose, this water should be cooled, and this water can be cooled in the cooling tower. Okay, so when this water gets heated in the condenser, it goes to the cooling tower. Okay, it is sprayed in the air, it comes in contact with the air, it gets cooled in the cooling tower, and then it comes back to the condenser for cooling the refrigerant in the condenser, right? Now as per vapor compression system, we are also having this particular thermostatic expansion valve. As an expansion device, we are using the thermostatic expansion valve so that we can control the flow rate. We can have more control on the flow rate of the refrigerant. So for that we are using a thermostatic expansion valve. Then we are having the evaporator coil. So the evaporator coil may be split into dehumidifying cooling coil. Evaporator coil means cooling coil, and one more evaporator coil. Here we are having the evaporator coil, right? So this is the evaporator coil and this is the dehumidifying cooling coil. So these are the parts of the evaporator, right? Now this is the fresh air duct with damper. The fresh air is entering inside this particular air handling room. Okay. Now this air comes in contact with the various components. First of all, it passes through the air damper. So this is the air damper. So in the air damper, the velocity of the air is reduced, or the flow is made smooth. Airflow is made smooth, right? So the air is first of all damped, and then it passes over the preheater, right? The air is heated first of all. Okay. So in all the cases, it may not be preheated, or the preheating may be controlled depending upon the requirement. Then the air is filtered through this filter, right? So we are having a air filter here. The air is filtered. Then after that, uh, we are having a dehumidifying cooling coil. Okay, the air flows through the over the cooling coil. So when the air is cooled below the dew point temperature, then dehumidification will take place, right? So if we want dehumidification, we can go for dehumidification if the humidity is more, right? And for that purpose, cooling the air below dew point temperature is necessary, and that is done with the help of this dehumidifying cooling coil. Okay, but if you are interested in humidifying the air, then there is a spray nozzle. Water is sprayed through this nozzle, and the air comes in contact with this water, which is sprayed with the help of the nozzle, and the humidity increases. Okay, now in that case, there should be no liquid droplets present in the air. For that, we are using the eliminator. So this eliminator will eliminate or remove the liquid droplets or the water droplets from the air. And then this air will go to the reheater. There is one more heater. So the air is again heated, right? And then this air will pass over the evaporator coil. This is the evaporator coil. Okay. So the air is flowing because this fan is running. So this fan is pulling the air. The fan is responsible for the flow of the air in this direction, to the left, from the right to the left. Okay. So this fan is nothing but a blower type fan. Okay. So the air is sucked in this direction, and then it is pushed in this particular duct, and that is nothing but the supply air duct. So likewise, we are having a total duct network, and this duct is called as the supply air duct because it supplies the conditioned air to the air conditioned room. This is the air conditioned room. So this is one room. Likewise, we are having several rooms, and we are having several ducts. We are having a duct network. So through the duct network, this conditioned air, which is heated and then filtered and then humidified or dehumidified, and so many processes are being done. So the air is gets conditioned, and this conditioned air passes through the duct, and it is supplied to the room. It is supplied to the air conditioned room, and through the supply air diffuser, or they are called as SA diffusers. Through the supply air diffuser, the air is supplied. So these are the uh, decorative, you can say, plate like structures. So they are having the holes, right? And through these holes the air will come out, and it will be supplied to the room. Okay. So the air will flow in a smooth way, right? And that will enter inside the room through the supply air diffuser. Okay. So in the room, the occupants are present, and there are several ways of heating, and therefore the temperature of the air increases, and this increased air temperature is returns back through the return air diffuser. So these are the return air diffusers 1 and 2. So the air returns back, okay, and it returns back through the return air duct. So this is the return air duct. Air is returning back through this return air duct, and it is going again to the air handling room. So this is the recirculated air. So some recirculated air is entering inside the air handling room. At the same time, some fresh air is entering inside the air handling room, and that air, that mixture is conditioned as it passes through the air damper and preheater and filter and dehumidifying cooling coil and spray nozzle eliminator, the air reheater, and this is the evaporator coil. So continuously the air is passing. It gets conditioned. It is supplied to this particular air conditioned room. Okay. So finally, this is the evaporator coil. Okay. Now the same picture, in short, I can explain quickly. This is the plant room. We are having the compressor and the condenser and the cooling tower uh, here in the plant room, and then this is the pump for supplying the water, cold water to the condenser, right? Then this is the liquid line strainer is there, and then the thermostatic expansion valve is there. Okay, so these are the parts of the vapor compression system, right? And then important part of the vapor compression system is nothing but the evaporator coil and the filter, evaporator coil and the filter, right? So next is the air condition room. This is the air condition room. The air is this is the air handling room. So in the air handling room, the air will be conditioned, it will be handled, it will be conditioned. This is the return air, this is the supply air, fresh air, or this is the recirculated air coming out of the return duct or passage. And then this mixture of air is conditioned and it is blown. It is the fan is used or blower is used, and it passes through this supply air duct. It is supplied to the room, air conditioned room, through the supply air diffuser, and it returns through the return air diffuser, and it goes back to the air handling room. Okay, it is circulated back. So this is nothing but the central air conditioning system. Thank you, my dear friends.